Welcome back here to South Eugene High School as we get ready to go for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Joey Kieran here with you, and we want to say thanks to Roseburg Disposal, our pregame show sponsor. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. That is Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. Give them a call to set up your trash service today and let them make that run to the dump for you. It is definitely more convenient. Let's take a look at starting lineups for the visiting team, the Roseburg Indians. After a 5-1 win in Game 1, head coach Troy Thompson puts together a starting lineup that'll have Logan Klopfenstein leading things off, playing in right field. Austin Takahashi will get the start on the mound in Game 2. Batting third, playing at shortstop, Dawson Gillespie. Silas Kincaid is the first baseman, batting in the cleanup spot, followed by Jordan White, who will play at third base, batting fifth. Parker Burke will catch in Game 2. He'll bat in the sixth spot, followed by Sebastian Watson starting at second base. He will bat seventh. Hitting eighth and playing in left field is Griffin Zymet, and Carson Dunn, the center fielder, will bat in the ninth position. A couple of guys getting to start and hit that we haven't seen too much of throughout the season this year. In Game 2 for South Eugene, their starting nine will have Landon Lay on the mound, the starting pitcher for the Axe. And behind the plate, catching for Game 2 will be Tavo Santiago catching. Out at first base is Ewan Hadley. At second base is Dean Childs. At third base will be Isaiah Gabriel. At shortstop is Corey Marjoram. In the outfield from left to right, Marco Talaroli. In center field is Grant Mueller. And in right field, getting DH'd for, will be Gabe Uceda. So a little bit of a change to the lineup there for South Eugene as well. Game 2 just about to get underway. That does it for our brief Roseburg Disposal pregame show here in between games. Well, we get Game 2 just about to get ready to go. Roseburg looking to pull off a season sweep against South Eugene. Did move the camera, so hopefully a slightly better angle on the game from behind home there for you. We'll keep tabs on it, though, for you. It's always an adventure on the road.
Corey Marjoram out at shortstop.
So a right-hander on the mound in Landon Lay.
That's Marco Talaroli out in left field.
Lay did pitch yesterday. He was a losing pitcher in the game against Grants Pass yesterday. He took over in the sixth inning out of the bullpen and unfortunately suffered the loss for him there. So he'll try to bounce back with a possible victory here today in Game 2.
First up for Roseburg.
Logan Klopfenstein will lead things off as we begin the top of the first inning, Game 2 of today's doubleheader. First pitch swinging, Klopfenstein, a chopper left side, fielding going to the ground. A throw from his knees will not be in time, and it's a leadoff single for Logan Klopfenstein on the infield. Klopfenstein finds his way on. A hit to start things off for the Tribe.
The pitcher.
That'll bring up Austin Anderson. Now pitching in Game 2, the left-handed batter. Swings at the first pitch and fouls out one deep down the left field side and out of play for strike one. Thought about parking in that area, thought maybe I'd be safe, and then decided to think better of it. 0-1 count for Takahashi. Squares the bunt, pushes it. Left of the mound, fielded by Lay. He will throw to first to get Takahashi with the sack bunt. Up to second goes Klopfenstein. One away in the top of the first.
The bunt will bring it up to shortstop. Dawson Gillespie.
Nice push bunt on this natural grass infield. Home plate and the mound are artificial turf. Everything else is natural grass and natural dirt here at South Eugene High School. So that grass is a little long, looks like recently mowed, but it will definitely slow down those balls on the infield. Look back to second base for Lay before the first pitch to the shortstop, Dawson Gillespie. Gillespie with a double in game one. One of a few for Roseburg. He takes the first pitch for ball one. Lay, the right-hander, comes set with one out, one on in scoring position. Ball hit left side, deep in the hole, bounces into left field, coming around. Kloffenstein will score standing up, and it's an RBI single for Dawson Gillespie to put Roseburg on the board in the first. Sneaks through on the left side past the diving shortstop. Marjoram unable to get to that one in time.
Silas Kincaid.
Laid out to get to it. It hit the lip going into left field and slows down a bit there. Roseburg able to score on the single. At the 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Silas Kincaid will bat. No DH for Roseburg here in game two. First pitch to the first baseman is outside for ball one. At first base, Gillespie. After Kloffenstein came around to score from second after his leadoff single. Runner going. The throw was in for a strike. Throw to second base. Looked on time, and it is Santiago throwing down to second. Childs there for the grab, and Gillespie cut down stealing.
Runner's throwing out. Time to steal second.
There's two down with nobody on now for Roseburg. So trying to push the issue a little bit here in the first with a 1-0 lead, and Roseburg unable to take advantage. The 1-1 pitch, I think it's a 2-2 count. I think that pitch on the steal attempt was called for a strike. I might be off here. Scoreboard reads 2-1, and they've been on top of it pretty good. That pitch misses. 3 balls. And we'll just go with it. 3 balls and 1 strike, I believe is the count. Yep, that is the count. We confirm it there. Maybe the umpire could hear me and help me out. 3-1 with 2 away. Kincaid will take high and in. I don't know. I don't think it got him. It almost looked like it might have grazed his front shoulder, but he'll take the walk. Heads down to first. 2-out walk issued after Gillespie was caught stealing. Kincaid gets on. It'll bring up Jordan White starting at third base while Austin Takahashi's on the mound. First pitch is called for strike one. The 0-1 count for Lay. Jordan White takes for strike two. Looked like a changeup possibly there. Oh, 2 count for Jordan White, the third baseman. In the 5 spot in the lineup for Roseburg. A breaking ball sails in high. A ball and 2 strikes, top of the first. A 1-0 lead for Roseburg. One ball, 2 strikes. It's in the dirt, 2-2 for Lay. Out at first base, Kincaid. Two-two pitch. Jordan White waits. He'll swing. Ground ball towards shortstop. Marjoram fields and underhand toss to Childs at second base to retire Kincaid for the final out. They get the force out up the middle. And that'll finish Roseburg here in the first. But the Tribe able to get 1 run on the board on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Go to the bottom of the first inning. Coming up to bat, South Eugene will run through their starting lineup when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
On the mound for game 2 for Roseburg, it'll be Austin Takahashi, the right-hander. Will get the start for game 2, trying to get Roseburg a sweep on the road against South Eugene. Leading things off is Tavo Santiago. First pitch swinging for him, a one-hop, short hop to Jordan White, has time, throws to first, stayed on the bag. Silas Kincaid reaching up high to retire Santiago on the first pitch of the ball game. Jordan White, we've seen him play some good defense at third base. He comes up with an eye of the ball game. 1 out, and it brings up the center fielder, Grant Mueller. Take a look through the full lineup card for South Eugene here in game 2. Ground ball third base side. Jordan White, 1 step back, reaches up and across the diamond on target to Kincaid for out number 2. A couple of early plays here for Jordan White to get things started for Roseburg defensively. 2 down, it'll bring up the DH, Leo Reeves, here in game 2. He bats for the right fielder, Gabriel Uceda. Bats with nobody on and 2 away. The first pitch from Takahashi is taken for strike 1 to the lefty. So with Santiago, Mueller, and Reeves, the 3 men at the top of the order, Landon Lay, the pitcher, will bat cleanup, followed by Isaiah Gabriel, the third baseman, batting 5th. In the 6th spot is the first baseman, Ewan Hadley. Marco Telleroli in left field, batting 7th. The shortstop, Corey Marjoram, batting 8th, and Dean Childs, the second baseman, hitting in the 9th spot. A ground ball to second base goes through the wickets for Sebastian Watson. Roseburg has not had a lot of games on natural turf infields. Not that that's an excuse to let one through that was right at Sebastian Watson there. We've seen him make a ton of great plays out at second base. That one, a routine ground ball right at him, and he let it go right through underneath the glove. So an error for Roseburg puts Leo Reeves on base. First pitch swinging, that ball laced into right field for Landon Lay. Kloffenstein will come up with it. Going first to third is Reeves. And there's your first base hit of the day for South Eugene. And it'll put runners on the corners. The game-tying run now 90 feet from home with 2 away in the bottom of the first. Roseburg leading 1-0. On the mound, Austin Takahashi throws to Parker Burke behind the plate here in game 2, taking over for Knox Hubbard. They'll bring in a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Taking over at first base is, we'll check on that one. Pitch high for ball 1 to is Isaiah Gabriel. The 1-0 pitch for Talk is high. Burke behind the plate, Kincaid at first, Watson at second, White at third, and Gillespie at short for Roseburg on the infield. Strike called, runner going, throw to second, cut short, throw back to the plate, the tag, got him at home! No, the ball got away from Burke. The run will count. At first, they thought they called out, but then the ball got out of the glove for Burke. He almost had the run-saving tag, but instead, it pops out of the glove. Safe at home is Leo Reeves. And then going first to third was the courtesy runner for the pitcher. So it's a 1-1 ball game here. Foul ball. 2-2 count, I believe, for Isaiah Gabriel, time called. And a pitch will hit Gabriel. He'll get on with the hit by pitch. Puts runners on the corners. So a tie ball game here in the first inning. Runners on the corners with 2 away. And things have gotten a little more interesting for the Tribe. And it's Gavin Bush running for the pitcher. Line drive up the middle. South Eugene has their first lead of the day on the first pitch to Ewan Hadley. He drives in a run. Gavin Bush coming in to score as the courtesy runner. And it's 2-1. South Eugene in front. Marco Telleroli will swing at the first pitch and foul it away. 0-1 count to the 6-hitter. Swing and a miss. Make it the 7-hitter, strike 2. Oh-2 pitch for Takahashi. Swing and a miss. He'll get the strikeout, and that'll finish off things here in the first inning. But 7 hitters to the plate for South Eugene, and they score 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base for the Axe. 2-1, South Eugene in front. We go to the top of the second inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter, a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm and disaster that threatens my community. I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Top of the second inning, today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and by our friends at DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Parker Burke will lead things off for Roseburg. You've got the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up here in the second. Roseburg trailing at 2-1 against the South Eugene Axe, who strike back in the bottom of the first after giving up the lead 1-0 in the top of the first. Pitch inside to Burke, who's getting his first at-bat of the day. He has played hero a couple of, well, I think it was last week, played hero in the walk-off win against Sheldon. The 1-0 pitch from Landon Lay popped him up. That one out of play. Back to our left here at South Eugene High School. The 1-1 pitch. Chopped at a high pitch. That one, line drive, left field. It's in fair territory. Burke rounding first, heading for second, deep in the corner out there. It's a leadoff double for Parker Burke as he tries to get Roseburg started with a man in scoring position, see if they can even this one up in the second. Courtesy runner will come on. Eli Jacobs will head out there for the catcher. He just went after a high pitch and tomahawk chopped that one into left field. A line drive getting just in fair territory and rolling all the way into the corner. Sebastian Watson, the second baseman, will bat with a man in scoring position. Jacobs taking over at second. Getting some fresh baseballs, I guess, here. Man in scoring position with nobody out. Top of the second inning. Watson waits for the first pitch from Landon Lay. Line drive up the middle. That'll get in. Jacobs heading around third, heading for the plate. The throw coming in off the line. In standing up goes Jacobs. Moving to second goes Watson. And Roseburg ties it up. Just two batters into the second inning. An RBI single for Watson. Right back up the middle. Roseburg again with a man at second base with nobody out. Tied it up 2-2, top of the second. Griffin Zymet has not had a lot of at-bats this season. He's played defensively a lot in left field, but usually DH. He gets a chance to hit here today as Roseburg trying to mix things up a little bit. He's a little ahead of that one. Looked like off the very end of the bat. Out in front of an off-speed pitch. Zymet fouls it away for strike one. Griff with an 0-1 count, batting in the 8th spot. Lay checks second. Will deliver home. That ball hit well out towards left field. Running back, Telleroli. That ball over his head. That one's out of the park! In his first at-bat that I think I've called all season, Griffin Zymet hits a 2-run homer over the left field fence to give Roseburg a 4-2 lead. Holy smokes, Griffin Zymet have a day. Boy, he got around and launched that one on a line shot over the left field fence here at South Eugene High School, and Roseburg takes a 2-run lead. Apparently the ball's going to fly around a little bit here today. Watson comes in to score on the home run by Zymet. 4-2, Roseburg in front. First pitch is low for ball one to Carson Dunn. I just hope I got his name right through all of that one. In for a strike against Dunn, a 1-1 count with nobody out still here in the second inning. Roseburg with 3 runs in so far. Double, single, and a home run. High, Dunn will take for a 2-1 count. Bottom of the order here. Waiting on deck, leadoff man Logan Kloffenstein. The 2-1. Takes low and outside. Griff told me, well, at one point earlier this season, he said, yeah, you do a great job, Joey, except for you kept calling me Garrett. His older brother, Garrett Zymet. That's what parents get when they keep naming their kids with all the same first letter. A strike on a swing and a miss. I think of the 6s, Carson and Spencer. Carson and Spencer, I guess they're not the same first letter. That's on me then. So that's a me problem. The 3-2 to Dunn. He belts one into left field. That one just over the outstretched arm of Isaiah Gabriel at third. He couldn't get up enough to get to it. Dunn's going to try and stretch it to a double, and he'll get in standing up, and Roseburg's bat's coming alive in the top of the second.
The double brings us to the top of the lineup.
3 straight hits to start off things here in the second inning for Roseburg. And they once again have a man in scoring position. As we go to the top of the order, Logan Kloffenstein will bat. Klopp had a single in the first. Stepping off the mound, Landon Lay will reset. 3 runs in so far here in the second inning. Roseburg leading 4-2. Landon Lay on the mound facing some trouble. His first pitch to Kloffenstein is in the air right side. Drifting back is Uceda. He squares it up, tagging, heading for third. Will go Dunn. The throw not in time. So Dunn will tag and advance 90 feet on the fly out to right field by Klopfenstein. One away. Brings up Austin Takahashi, looking to help his own cause. Taka had a sac bunt in the first inning. Bats for a second time in his mini innings. The lefty. First pitch from the righty. He'll take on the outer half around the belt for strike one.
Get ready.
Set out my sunscreen to remember to apply in between innings here. Another sunny day in Eugene. That's great. Breaking ball outside. Carries on Landon Lay for a 1-1 count. Temperatures expected to reach low 70s. We were in the upper 60s last time I checked on a breezy, sunny day in Eugene. Strike called again against Takahashi. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 fouled into the backstop here at South Eugene High School. .72 degrees. Whew. Off in the distance, I saw some volleyball happening. I keep seeing javelins going by out in center field. Everybody's outside enjoying the day. Reaching low, launching one out to center field. It's out of the reach of Mueller in center. Takahashi with a double to drive in a run, and Roseburg is just smacking the ball around the yard and just moving around the bases. Dunn comes in from third, trotting to the plate. Takahashi at second base will get a courtesy runner. It'll be Dominic Tatone that'll come in to run for the pitcher. Still just 1 out. 4 runs have come in, and Roseburg's on top 5-2 against South Eugene. Trying to put away a sweep here in Eugene today. A win would get Roseburg all 3 games against the Axe this season. Dominic Tatone will take the lead out at second base for Austin Takahashi. Dawson Gillespie batting. Pitches outside for ball 1. So just thinking about it, I think if you had asked at the start of the season who I thought would have Roseburg's home runs, if any were hit throughout the season, Dawson Gillespie at the plate would be one of those guys. We know he's got some pop in his bat. He's had a couple of big hits this year. He gets one off the end of the bat, rolls it towards first. It'll be fielded by Hadley. Up to third goes Tatone on the ground out. 2 away. Productive out, moving the runner 90 feet to home. Closer to home, but 2 away. And it'll be Silas Kincaid. So if you had asked at the start of the year, I don't think I would have named Griffin Zimet and Nathan Wayman as the 2 guys that would have your home runs this season for Roseburg. But those guys, with the 2 home runs that have been hit by Roseburg this season. Nathan Wayman had a big day down at South Medford at U.S. Cellular Fields for his, and Griffin Zimet hitting the 2nd home run of the season for Roseburg here today at South Eugene. Inside against Kincaid, who walked in the first inning. He'll take for a 1-0 count. At third base is Dominic Tatone running for Austin Takahashi. The 1-0 hits the top of the strike zone on the outer half for a 1-1 count. 8th hitter to the plate for Roseburg here in the 2nd inning. Jordan White waits on deck. The 1-1. Kincaid swings through it. He wanted all of that one. Big cut out of Silas. And he's got himself a 1-2 count. Roseburg in front, 5-2. In the top of the 2nd. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, reached for it. Fouls it off on the first base side. He got kind of caught out of position, but did get a protective swing on that one, and Kincaid keeps his at-bat alive. Another look at a pitch from Landon Lay. Lay so far through an inning and 2/3. He has given up 7 hits and 5 runs. The 1-2, and Silas goes down swinging. Chases a little high, and he'll go down with the strikeout. That finishes off 8 hitters to the plate. Roseburg scores 4 runs on 5 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. 5-2 our score going to the bottom of the second on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Start the bottom of the second. First offering from us, and Takahashi is low. He's now out to a 3-run lead, 5-2 Roseburg in front. He'll miss on the second pitch for a 2-0 count to Corey Marjoram, the shortstop. The 8-hitter in the lineup for South Eugene. 8-9-1 due up here in the bottom of the second for the Axe as they trail by 3. Marjoram, a ground ball towards third. Jordan White, another play, and another throw out to first. He makes the put out there. 1 down as a 5-3 put out. That is the 3rd time that Jordan White has made the put out in the field for the Tribe.
Second baseman, Dean Child.
In fact, he made the first 2 of the first inning, but things started to get out of hand a little bit there for Roseburg in the first. They gave up a 1-0 lead as South Eugene scored twice in the bottom of the first to take a 2-1 lead, but then the Tribe comes back and scores 5 in the top of the second. Takahashi, a 1-0 pitch, ground ball towards Watson, gathers it up and sends it to Kincaid at first for the second out. And there's 2 away. So a couple of quick ground outs for Takahashi. Looks to try and keep that going as he'll face the top of the order here.
Gustavo Santiago.
You got to give him credit on a really nice throw down to second base to catch Dawson Gillespie stealing earlier in this game. He hits a soft liner back to the mound, easily snagged by Austin Takahashi. And that will finish things off here in the second. A quick 1-2-3 frame for South Eugene. Roseburg on top 5-2 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning from Eugene on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating what advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Top of the 3rd, we get our first pitching change of the day in our second game of the doubleheader. All calls of the pen are brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. If you've been thinking of switching up things with your insurance coverage, get in touch with Chris. He's got over 10 years of insurance experience. Chris can make sure that you're getting the coverage that you need at a price to fit your budget. Auto, home, life, and more. Contact Chris Hubbard at 541-672-3301 or visit chrisinsures.com for a quote today. Isaiah Gabriel will take over on the mound for Landon Lay. Lay goes 2 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs. He walked 1 and struck out 1.
Stepping into the batter's box.
And he is on the hook for the loss if the score does not change in favor of the Axe. Isaiah Gabriel takes over, moving from third base. Get you the defensive changes for South Eugene. First pitch from Gabriel, strike one against Jordan White, Roseburg's third baseman. Grounded into a fielder's choice to end things in the first inning. The 0-1 is called for a strike, a breaking ball at the top of the zone there. 0-2 count for White. Gabriel gets strike three. 3 pitches. White watches them all, and he goes down looking. So Jordan White goes down. Second strikeout of the game for the Roseburg hitters. Parker Burke will bat. The catcher had a double back in the second.
The catcher, Parker Burke.
That was part of that big second inning. Burke swinging at the first pitch. Foul tips it into the glove. Burke went chopping at a pitch that was up and just laced it into left field for that double in the corner. He'll take a breaking ball outside for a 1-1 count. Landon Lay goes from the mound and takes over at third, so they just go a straight swap with the third baseman and the pitcher. Line drive out towards center field. Drops in for a base hit. Parker Burke 2 for 2 on the day, getting a start behind home. Goes right back up the middle with that one. On base, 1 on, nobody out. Or excuse me, 1 on, 1 out for Roseburg. And that'll bring up Sebastian Watson, who had an RBI single in the second inning. He brought around Eli Jacobs, who scored in place of Parker Burks. And I assume that Jacobs just took over at first base for Burke as Watson fouls off the first pitch he sees. That is Eli Jacobs out there running. Sebastian Watson eventually came around to score. That was on the home run by the on-deck hitter, Griffin Zimet. More on that in a moment. Swinging, pops it up high in the air, first base side, behind first base, backpedaling, and underneath it, Hadley will make the catch in foul territory for the second out. 2 away, still a man at first for Roseburg, and Griffin Zimet will bat.
Griffin Zimet.
Wouldn't you like to know, he had 4 at-bats coming into today. 4 at-bats on the season, had not had a hit until he launched one over the left field fence for a 2-run homer in the second inning. He'll take a breaking ball for strike 1 at the knees. So his first hit of the season was a round tripper. That is pretty special there for Griffin Zimet. The 0-1 pitch from Gabriel. Breaking ball hits the top of the zone there. Had Zimet thinking about it, but watched it go by. 0-2 count with 2 away and a man at first base. Gabriel delivers another breaking ball, gets him to pop up out towards center field shallow. Mueller coming in, and the center fielder makes the catch. And Roseburg will go down quietly in the third inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. Roseburg leading against South Eugene 5-2 on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
That's the plate for the Axe. That's Grant
Starting
Mueller.
off the bottom of the third, Grant Mueller at the plate takes strike 1 from Austin Takahashi as Roseburg leads 5-2 here at South Eugene High School. Mueller is swinging a miss for strike 2. Today's game brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. The 0-2 from Talk. Strike 3, ring him up. Mueller goes down looking. That is the second strikeout of the game for Austin Takahashi. And all strikeouts by Roseburg pitchers are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Did you strike out with that New Year fad diet? We'll let One Peak Medical Fitness and Nutrition Advisors create an individualized plan for your daily routine goals and overall health to make sure you succeed. Visit onepeakmedical.com. A strike on the first pitch to the lefty Leo Reeves, down in the dirt on the 0-1 offering from Takahashi, a 1-1 count. Bottom of the third, 2 runs on 2 hits, all in the first inning for South Eugene. The 1-1 is up and foul, headed out towards the high school here. Heads up. Oh. Some young ladies walking over that direction. I don't know if it ended up in their area, but it looked like it was heading that way, so hopefully somebody alerted them. The 1-2 pitch, that one low, bounced in. Somehow Reeves able to get his bat on it to stay alive on the pitch in the dirt. A 1-2 count against him. Strike 3 called. Inside corner, going down, looking. Reeves is back-to-back strikeouts there.
Landon Lay.
And there's 2 away here in the third. Another strikeout for Takahashi. He is now retired. 6 straight. And the first pitch in, ball 1 to Landon Lay, the pitcher. Well, now the third baseman. He'll take for a 2-0 count. Lay had a single to right field in the first inning. The 2-0 pitch is low and outside, carries away from the right-hander on Takahashi's pitch. Sebastian Watson will head out there for a quick mound visit. Hearing reports. Broadcasting friend here in Eugene, Bill Crawford, telling me it's a nicer day down in Roseburg than it is here in Eugene today. That's saying something because it's a nice day here in Eugene. My wife also just texted me telling me she's getting out of the office and she didn't realize it was such a nice day outside. Sounds like everybody's enjoying some sunny weather before we're expected to maybe get a little bit of precipitation as the week wears on. A 3-1 pitch is fouled away by Lay. And Takahashi battles his way back into this at-bat. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down and nobody on. 3-2 pitch, chopped towards second. Charging in to a knee, Watson scoops it and fires to Kincaid and makes it a 1-2-3 frame in the third for South Eugene. Again, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through 3 innings of play. Roseburg leading 5-2 over South Eugene on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results, take your story, and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Top of the 4th inning, Roseburg baseball, and the Score brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. You can get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. I was just checking. Yeah, tomorrow here in Eugene, they're expecting 80% chance for rain, highs in the 70s still. Tomorrow we're looking at rain in Roseburg as well. Saturday's doubleheader at home against Grants Pass. We'll have to wait and see how things work with the weather on whether or not that one gets played. Would not be surprised if we see another rainout. It has been a wild spring season. Breaking ball ends up low and outside to Carson Dunn, who will lead things off for Roseburg in the 4th inning against Isaiah Gabriel, who took over for Landon Lay, the starting pitcher, lasting just 2 innings for the Axe. Dunn had a double to left field his first time up against Lay. He'll ground one, third base side, backing up on it. Lay, throw across the diamond. Got it there just in time to get done. Not off by much. Dunn, I almost thought he might have beaten that one out. Throw by Lay. Took a little while to get across, and he waited on the ball to get to him, so that put him behind the 8 ball to start. Top of the order, Klopfenstein, 1 for 2 on the day with a single in the first. First pitch, he fouls it off first base side.
Wait on it. Go for it. Wait on it, Luke. Here we go. You got it. Go get it.
Second game of our day here in Eugene. Roseburg winning game 1, 5-1. Squaring to bunt, Klopfenstein pulls it back, watches a breaking ball across for strike 2.
Hey, both ways. Let's go.
With 1 out and nobody on, an 0-2 count to Klopfenstein. He'll take as a pitch bounces away from Santiago behind the plate.
I know. You got it, Luke. Here we go. Go, Logan.
Come on, you got a battle now, bud.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Swinging that ball popped up. Foul territory. Hadley calling for it. He'll make the catch. There's 2 down. Nobody on for Austin Takahashi, who doubled his last time up. Was left stranded on base, the courtesy runner for him. First pitch swinging for Takahashi. It's a line drive single to left field. And Taka is 2 for 2 in the ballgame. A sac bunt, a double, and now a single. His double in the second did drive in a run. Gets on base.
We'll bring up the shortstop.
And that'll bring in Dominic Titone to run for Takahashi. Two down. Heart of the lineup here. Dawson Gillespie standing in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Here in game 2 of our doubleheader. On the mound, Isaiah Gabriel, pickoff throw to first. Dominic Titone picked off. Got caught leaning the other direction. And that'll finish it off. Gillespie will be left at the plate. He'll get a chance to lead things off in the 5th. So that will leave Roseburg without a run here in the 4th inning. Can't extend their 5-2 lead. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is Roseburg in front by 3 against South Eugene on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Austin Takahashi into his 4th inning of work, facing Isaiah Gabriel to lead things off as we bring you back here to South Eugene High School. 5-2 lead, Roseburg in front. A 1-1 breaking ball misses low and inside to Gabriel for a 2-1 count. Today's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Fastball misses up. Isaiah Gabriel ahead in the at-bat, 3-1. Strike in the at-bat. Ball fouled back by Gabriel. We'll take it to a full count. The 3-2 pitch up in the air, foul territory down the first base side, out of play. Silas Kincaid giving chase, but runs out of room.
It's going to come back. Be ready. Get him, Isaiah.
Here at South Eugene High School on a beautiful day in Eugene. 3-2 pitch upstairs for ball 4. Walk issued. That's the first base runner for South Eugene since they scored 2 runs in the first inning. Takahashi had retired 7 straight. He's now walked 1 and hit 1 in this one. Has 3 strikeouts so far. Ewan Hadley will bat, the first baseman. Had an RBI single in the first inning. Courtesy runner comes in for Gabriel, who is the pitcher now. First pitch to Hadley, foul tipped into the glove for strike 1.
Let's go, be ready. Let's go.
Running at first base is Gavin Bush.
Get on your feet.
Strike 2. Taken by Hadley. The 0-2 pitch for Takahashi. Ground ball, slow roller towards short. Only play may be to first. Gillespie does send it that direction, gets the out there. Rounding at second base, Bush hurries back to the bag. So Hadley out at first base. 6-3 the put out. Nice job by Gillespie to get something out of that. Obviously, you'd like to see a double play opportunity on a ground ball in the infield, but that one, a charging play made by Gillespie. Had no chance to get it to second in time, so he just goes to first to get something out of it. 1 away with a man at second base. First pitch, strike 1 for Takahashi against Marco Telleroli. The left fielder struck out swinging in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball called for strike 2. Spotted it right on the inside corner. Takahashi found his spot that he wanted against Telleroli there. The right-handed hitting Telleroli waits, swings through strike 3, goes down for a second time. 4th strikeout of the game for Austin Takahashi.
Corey Marjoram.
2 away with the courtesy runner, Gavin Bush, out at second base after the walk to Isaiah Gabriel. Corey Marjoram will bat. He'll take low and outside for ball 1. Burke behind the plate, backhanding that one up out of his crouch to hold the runner out at second. 1-0 pitch. Hits the outside corner to even it up. The 1-1 pitch from Takahashi is high. 2 balls and a strike. Trying to wrap things up in the bottom of the 4th. Roseburg leading by 3. The pitch is low. Burke stops it. Throw to third as the runner takes off, and it's in and out of the glove for Jordan White. They had him dead to rights down there, but the ball just slipped out of the glove as Jordan White went to apply the tag, and Gavin Bush will get in safely to third base. Makes it a 3-1 count for Marjoram. Strike in there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 away, one more strike needed for Takahashi to get through this 4th inning with a man standing at third. Swing and a miss. He'll get it for his 5th strikeout of the game. And Takahashi pitches his way out of a man at third base. No runs on no hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Roseburg leading 5-2 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great. Participate!
Roseburg baseball coming to you from South Eugene High School. Dawson Gillespie, Silas Kincaid, and Jordan White due up in the fifth inning. Today's game brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans at 672-5701. First pitch to Gillespie is in the air to right field. Drifting back, Uceda will make the catch to retire the first batter on the first pitch by Isaiah Gabriel, still throwing for South Eugene in relief. Came in back in the third inning. He is now into his third inning of work. He's pitched 2 1/3 so far. Silas Kincaid will bat. He is 0 for 1. Struck out last time up. That was against Landon Lay, last batter that Lay faced. First pitch swinging for Kincaid. Fouls it away down the right side. So Roseburg has now sent the entire lineup to the plate against Isaiah Gabriel, but it took him a couple of innings to get there. Kincaid walked in the first inning. Takes a breaking ball low and outside for a 1-1 count. On the mound, Isaiah Gabriel sets out of his windup, will fire in, off speed, out in front of it. Kincaid fouls off another one for 2 strikes against him. That ball making its way across, I believe, is that Amazon Parkway? Is that? Yeah, over towards the new Kids Sports facility that used to be Civic Stadium here in Eugene, home of the Eugene Emeralds back in the day. Once played a charity softball game there back in the day when I was a Eugene radio media guy. That's right. I remember that. My buddy Bill Crawford here reminded me that we both played in that game. 1-2 pitch. Taking low and outside. It's a 2-2 count for Kincaid. The facility burnt down. The all-old wood stadium there burnt down, and they have built a fantastic facility over there across the way. Line drive shot gets into left field for Silas. He'll have a one-out single to left as Telleroli fields it cleanly and will get it back in. Man on for Roseburg as they're in business once again here in the fifth inning. Roseburg's had a man on base in every inning in this one. Win game 1, 5-1. Currently leading game 2, 5-2. Would like to add some insurance. A 3-run lead we've seen twice this season. A 3-run lead for Roseburg not hold up. First pitch outside to Jordan White for a 1-0 count. White struck out looking in the third inning on 3 straight pitches against Isaiah Gabriel. He was the first batter to face the new man on the mound. Kincaid will take the lead out at first base. Gabriel, a couple of looks that direction. He does have 1 pickoff already. Slide steps to the plate and misses low. 2 balls and a strike for, or excuse me, 2 balls, no strikes for Jordan White. I don't know what all is offered over that Kidsport building across the way, but they've got a lot of field use over there, artificial turf for soccer, probably lacrosse, and all sorts of sports. Line drive gets through up the middle and into center field for Jordan White, who will get his first hit of the day. And Roseburg has double-digit hits in this one, now at 11 hits in this ball game. Kincaid makes his way to second. Runners at first and second with 1 away. And Parker Burke will get a chance to bat. He's 2 for 2 in the contest. His bottom half of the lineup here has 5 of the 11 hits for Roseburg. Burke with 2 of them as a pickoff throw to second base. Kincaid back in safely. Burke trying to move to 3-3 on the day. He's got a single, a double. Puts this one towards right field, but it's going to drift right into the hands of Uceda, who makes the catch And we'll send it back in. Back to the bag at second base is Kincaid. 2 down, and it'll bring up Sebastian Watson. Watson had a RBI single back in the second against Isaiah Gabriel. He popped up in foul territory to the first baseman. First pitch is a breaking ball that carries outside. Roseburg will be back at home coming up on Saturday against Grants Pass for a doubleheader. The 1-0. Ground ball left side, charging in. Marjoram, he boots it. It goes through the legs. Kincaid will not try to score. He didn't pick up the indication from Troy Thompson at third base, so he doesn't get a chance to try and score on the error, but the bases are loaded for Griff Zymet. E6 will get Watson on at first. Bases are loaded with 2 away in the top of the 5th. Zymet had the 2-run homer back in the second. He'll bat for a second time against Gabriel, and he takes a breaking ball high.
At the plate, the Roseburg, Griffin Zymet.
Zymet flew out to center field in the third. 1 for 2 today. The 1-0 pitch fouled it off. So 1-1 count here for Zymet. Silas Kincaid at third, Jordan White at second, and on at first base is Sebastian Watson. The 1-1 gets by the catcher, but not going to try to test it there. Kincaid will stay at third. Santiago retrieving that ball quickly, gets it back to the plate. It's a 2-1 count for Zymet. Big moment here for Roseburg. So many times this season they've left the bases loaded. They do it. They have it here with 2 outs. Chance to try and stretch out the lead a little bit, make it a little more comfortable. The 2-1, Zymet takes it all the way for strike 2. 2-2 count for Zymet. Isaiah Gabriel trying to get out of the jam with the bases loaded. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball, third base side, knocked down. The throw to first base, not in time, and a run will score on the error at third. Landon Lay couldn't handle the ground ball chopper on the infield. So Zymet gets on safely at first. Silas Kincaid comes in to score. Jordan White will move to third. Sebastian Watson to second. Bases stay loaded. Roseburg adds a run. 6-2 their lead. With 2 outs, Carson Dunn bats, and he fouls off the first pitch. Carson Dunn, a double back in the second inning. 1 for 2 on the day with a ground out mixed in there as well. Roseburg up by 4. Their largest lead of this game. Dunn gets behind one out to left field. That ball is laced all the way and 1 hops to the wall. 1 run in. 2 runs will score. Zymet heading for home. 3 runs will score. In with a 3-run double is Carson Dunn. And Dunn will help break this game open for Roseburg. Jordan White easily scored. Sebastian Watson easily scored. And with a head-first slide after coming all the way around from first, Griff Zymet comes in as well. The throw didn't even go to the plate, so he didn't need the slide, but he takes it anyways. And Carson Dunn plates 2. Make that 3 on a double to the wall in left field. It prompts a visit to the mound for the coaching staff for South Eugene. So make it 4 runs in here in the 5th inning to make it 9-2. Roseburg on top. We get a call to the pen for South Eugene. It's brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance. We take a 60-second timeout. We'll get you all the changes after this timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
This call to the pin has been brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance. If you're thinking about switching things up and making a call to the pin with your insurance coverage, get in touch with Chris. He's got over 10 years of insurance experience. He can make sure you're getting the coverage you need at a price that fits your budget. It's auto, home, life, and more. Contact Chris Hubbard at 541-672-3301, or you can visit chrisinsurers.com for a quote today. Isaiah Gabriel exits the game. He goes 2 2/3 innings, gave up 5 hits. Right now he'd be credited with 4 runs, but a 5th could come if Carson Dunn scores from second. So 5 hits, 4 runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Landon Lay on the hook for the loss, but Gabriel not holding off Roseburg to keep this one close. Right now the Tribe in front, 9-2. Zev Moses will take over on the mound, and Gabriel goes to third. Goes back to his original starting position. First pitch is high from Moses for ball 1. Logan Kloffenstein at the plate gives me a chance to remember that I wanted to send out a big shout-out to the Kloffensteins for helping me get set up quickly before the game today. Pitch in the dirt, doesn't get away far enough for Carson Dunn to try and advance from second. 2-0 count for Logan. They were helping me string extension cords to get the power over here while Logan was at the plate to start out game 1 in the first at-bat as we were scrambling to get things going. So a big shout-out to them and a thank you. As a ground ball up the middle, slow roller. The shortstop can't field it as he charges the ball. Dunn will hold that third. Kloffenstein will get on. It looks like, I believe, Landon Lay has moved to third or to shortstop from third as Gabriel went back to third. Runners on the corners here with 2 away. 9-2 our score. The scoreboard apparently has given up the ghost here at South Eugene. There's 2 down. Runners on the corners for Austin Takahashi. He takes low for ball 1 from Moses. The new man on the mound is a right-hander. Long flowing hair out the back of his ball cap. Purple tops today for South Eugene. White trousers, black tops, gray trousers for Roseburg. The 1-0 count goes to 2-0 as Moses misses low. 9th hitter to the plate here in the 5th inning for Roseburg. There's 2 away with runners on the corners. Some good speed out there as well. Kloffenstein at first. We'll see if they try to go with anything crazy here. Kloffenstein, a nice lead out that direction. Doesn't take off. The pitch at the knees is called for a strike. Moses back into the at-bat. 2 balls and a strike against Takahashi, who takes outside. 3-1. A walk loads him up.
Go, get ready.
The 3-1 Takahashi takes for ball 4. Bases are loaded. Moses issues his first walk of the day. Back up to bat is Dawson Gillespie for a second time here in the 5th inning. He'll face a different pitcher this time, though, as Isaiah Gabriel was pulled out of the game and moved to third. First pitch, a breaking ball from Moses, is in for strike 1. He's seen one now. Gillespie flew out to right field in his first at-bat in the 5th. Takes low and outside, a 1-1 count. Gabriel winds and fires with the bases loaded and 2 away. He misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 line drive shot into left field. Gillespie will drive in 1 run, a 2nd run coming to the plate. It's cut off. 2 runs will score. Kloffenstein and Dunn both coming in on the single by Dawson Gillespie. Kloffenstein scoring from 2nd on the ball, and Dunn easily in from 3rd. Austin Takahashi is running for himself. He's out to 2nd base. So 2 away. Roseburg with quite the rally here. Here's the pitch high to Silas Kincaid, ball 1. So 5 runs is the final total for Isaiah Gabriel. And now a run in against Zev Moses. Line drive shot goes off the glove for Moses on the comebacker. He knocked it down, keeps it on the infield, but Kincaid will get on with a single. Right back to the mound. Quick reaction by Zev Moses to get his glove down to at least get some leather on it, but he could not glove it. So the inning continues for Roseburg here in the top of the 5th. Roseburg now leading 11-2. 6 runs in here in the 5th. Ball line drive out towards left center. Diving attempt. He couldn't come up with it. 2 runs going to score. Heading for 2nd base goes White. He slides in. They get him at 2nd, but the runs will count. 2 come in. Takahashi scores. So does Gillespie. Ending up at 3rd was Kincaid, but Jordan White trying to stretch it into a double. He's unable to do so, so he'll get credited with a 2-run single and then cut out at 2nd base. So Roseburg, they really add a lot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runs come in to make it 13-2. Roseburg in front as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and now suddenly they are 3 outs away from wrapping this one up early. Back after this 60-second break on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Austin Takahashi will take the mound, looking to try and wrap it up in 5 innings for Roseburg here. He faces the 9-hitter Dean Childs, the second baseman, taking low for ball 1. Ground ball up the middle and can't get to it. Gillespie just out of his reach. That'll be a single to lead things off for Dean Childs. His first hit of the day. It is the first hit since the first inning for South Eugene and just their 3rd hit of the ball game. 1 on with nobody out for the Axe, and it'll go to the top of the order where Gustavo Santiago will bat. He is 0 for 2 against Austin Takahashi. Roseburg leading by 11. And excuse me, it's not Takahashi on the mound anymore. I missed the change there, and that's my bad. It is Jordan White that has taken over on the mound. Apologies. Takahashi goes 4 innings. He's in line to get a win as a pop-up. The catcher, Parker Burke, calling for it behind home. He'll make the catch in foul territory to retire Santiago. There's 1 away with a man on at first. So Jordan White takes over for Austin Takahashi to try and get this game over with. It's not a save opportunity for White. Grant Mueller will bat. The center fielder hits with one out and one on. Taking over at third base is Nathan Wayman for Jordan White. Ground ball that fouled off the front foot there for Mueller. Strike one. Childs on at first, so he gets the hit against Jordan White. So Takahashi goes 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Got him down for 1 walk and 5 strikeouts and 1 hit batter. Ground ball third base side. Wayman charging just underneath the glove. And Mueller will get on safely. First and second, Wayman getting a ball at him, and some of his first action at third in a while at least. Maybe the first time this season. There were those few games over spring break that I didn't get a chance to see. Tough one, though, charging in on that one on this natural turf. That ball gets caught up and eaten up in this grass. Pitch outside, ball 1 to Leo Reeves. Heart of the order here for South Eugene. Roseburg with a big lead at 13-2, but they'd like to get it over with here in 5. A 1-0 pitch, flared left side, long run for Zyman. That's a foul ball. Foul ball, the home plate umpire will call. It'll be a long strike for Leo Reeves, who is 0 for 2 on the day. So back to the plate will come Reeves with runners at first and second and 1 away. Roseburg looking for a ground ball. Try and see if they can turn it up the middle or maybe start one at third base if possible. Lefty Leo Reeves at the plate. Struck out looking against Takahashi his last time up. The 1-1 ground ball towards Watson to Gillespie to Kincaid. And there it is. Yes, that is it. A 4-6-3 double play, and Roseburg will win this one in 5 innings. An 8-run top of the 5th for Roseburg, and they get the win 13-2 over South Eugene, and they'll earn the sweep against the Axe this season. We'll come back with your postgame show and wrap this one up after a nice day at the ballpark today in Eugene. Joey Kieran with you. Your postgame show coming up after this on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Drive home safe and be kind to each other out.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back here at South Eugene High School, wrapping things up on our doubleheader today on a sunny day in Eugene as some clouds are starting to roll in, blocking the sun just a little bit, cooling things down some. Today's game been brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda where they treat you like family because they are family. Also want to say thanks to Barnes Heating and Cooling. Visit them at barnesheatingandcooling.com. Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Dr. Alanson Randall, they're accepting new patients, so give them a call at 541-378-6694. And by Seven Feathers Truck and Travel, K-Bar Beef Burgers, Takelma Coffee, road snacks, and fresh produce. You'll find it all and more at Seven Feathers Truck and Travel, I-5 Exit 99 in Canyonville. We'll have our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game coming up here in the postgame show for you. Recapping this one, a 5-inning win for Roseburg in Game 2. After winning 5-1 in Game 1, they sweep South Eugene with a 13-2 win in Game 2. Roseburg with 13 runs on 15 hits, 3 errors, 4 men left on base. South Eugene 2 runs on 3 hits, 3 errors, and 4 men left on base. Austin Takahashi will get the win. Landon Lay takes the loss. Roseburg jumped on South Eugene 1-0 in the first inning on a single by Dawson Gillespie. But South Eugene would get 2 in the bottom of the first to take a 2-1 lead against Roseburg and Austin Takahashi. An error in that first inning kept the inning going after getting the first 2 outs. A single put runners on the corners. South Eugene would do a double steal, and Roseburg tried to get the out at home, but the ball popped out of the glove for Parker Burke as he was applying the tag, and the run would count. And then a single later in the inning by Ewan Hadley would score another run, made it 2-1. But Roseburg got the lead back in the second as they put up 5 runs, thanks to, in part, by a 2-run homer by Griffin Zymet in his first hit of the season, a 2-run blast over the left field wall. Roseburg would lead 6-2 after 2 innings. That was your score going to the 5th inning when Roseburg put 8 runs on the board. They send 12 hitters to the plate, and they will stretch it out there and run away with the 13-2 victory in 5 innings. Austin Takahashi gets the win. 4 innings work, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Jordan White finished it out with an inning, 1 hit allowed, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Not a safe situation. Landon Lay takes a loss. The starting pitcher goes 2 innings for South Eugene, allows 5 runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Some of the offensive numbers for Roseburg. Kloffenstein had a hit. A lot of players with 2 hits in this one. Austin Takahashi with a pair of hits, Dawson Gillespie, Silas Kincaid, Jordan White, Parker Burke, and Carson Dunn, all with 2 hits in the game. Everybody in the lineup had a hit. Sebastian Watson and Griffin Zymet, each with 1 hit in the game. On the other side for South Eugene, just 3 hits in Game 2. Landon Lay had a single. Ewan Hadley had an RBI single, and Dean Childs had a single in the 5th inning off of Jordan White. So that is a look at how things played out here in Game 2. Again, Roseburg won Game 1, 5-1. Roseburg, with the 2 wins, will move to 8-2 in conference play. That puts them alone in first place in the Southwest Conference, 1 game ahead of South Medford at 7-3. South Eugene will fall to 1-9 in conference play, and they remain in last place in the conference standings. Coming up on Saturday, doubleheaders around the conference. Roseburg will be hosting Grants Pass. South Eugene will be at South Medford, and North Medford travels here to Eugene to take on Sheldon. So that is what's coming up as the weekend progresses. As we wrap it up here, it's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Mountain Mike's Pizza the way it ought to be. The player receiving a $50 gift certificate to Mountain Mike's here in Game 2 is going to be Griffin Zymet. His first hit of the season is a 2-run homer over the left field fence. Congratulations. Griffin Zymet is your Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. All right, again, my apologies for the late start to this one. We'll do better next time. We'll be at home, so the the travel to the ballpark will be a little bit shorter. So we'll be there in time for that one coming up on Saturday when Roseburg takes on Grants Pass. Hopefully weather dependent on that one. If they do play, it'll be a noon start time for game 1 of a doubleheader, 2 o'clock for game 2. Our pregame coverage will start at 11:45 right here on The Score, so hopefully you'll tune in for that. I want to say thanks to everybody that helped make today's game possible. A lot of people had a hand in it. I want to say thanks to South Eugene for hosting us here today. Thanks to folks like the Klopfensteins for helping me get set up with the extension cord. Thanks to Bill Crawford, who was trying to help me get set up and ready to go here in Eugene. I want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bull and Head Coach Troy Thompson, the entire Roseburg baseball program, for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg baseball here on The Score. Thanks back in the studio to Brenton Cranford for the radio production today. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll catch up coming up on Saturday from Champion Car Wash Field when Roseburg hosts Grants Pass for a conference doubleheader, game 1 at noon, and we'll have the coverage for you starting at 11:45, and you can hear it right here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.